Golden State Warriors MVP Andre Iguodala, Chris Tucker, Mark Feuerstein, and music from Robert DeLong. With Leo and the Cleatones. And now, if that's not enough, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
I hope everyone who deserved it had a good Father's Day. You know, children will buy cards and T-shirts and even little trophies that say that my father is the best dad in the world. But the fact of the matter is, simple math tells us that the vast majority of these children are lying. I spent a lot of the day yesterday on my phone. There's a new thing that goes on that I think must be related to technology, because I don't remember this happening in the past. Now, not only do you wish your father and grandfather and maybe godfather a happy Father's Day, you have to wish a happy Father's Day to every father you know. I got Father's Day text messages yesterday from 47 different people. Now, I only have 3 kids. I only have 1 dad, and it's nice of them to do, I guess. But then I feel bad, like I hadn't texted them earlier. So, like, oh yeah, you too, was meaning to text you, but well, you know what it's like being a dad. It's a busy job, but I can't wish every father I know a happy Father's Day. I know at least 500 fathers, maybe 1,000 fathers, and I'm not a good texter. So, in order for me to send 500 texts, I would have to start working on this the day after Valentine's Day, and just. From now on, I will only exchange Father's Day greetings with people who have seen me in my underpants. That's the new rule. And in person, too. See me in my underpants on TV. That doesn't count. Close encounters only. Later on, we will share the results of our Father's Day YouTube challenge. We do this every year. This year, we asked people to serve Dad breakfast in the shower, and we got some great videos, really funny, so that is just a few minutes away. It was a fun Father's Day weekend for fans of the Golden State Warriors. They had a victory parade on Friday up in Oakland, and all the players were there, including MVP Andre Iguodala, whose name eludes even the silver tongue of Scott Pelley, anchor of the CBS Evening News.
At least 500,000 fans of the Golden State Warriors jammed downtown Oakland to celebrate their first championship in 40 years. Some showed up at 3 in the morning. The biggest cheers went to top scorer Steph Curry and playoff MVP Andre Iguodala.
It's not Iguodala. He's not a reptile. He's a human being. It's Iguodala, and Andre is here with us on the show tonight. Yesterday, this is exciting. I thought this was cute. Andre Iguodala posted this picture to Instagram yesterday for Father's Day. His son made a replica of the Larry O'Brien trophy, the championship trophy. He made this sculpture back in April and then waited until Father's Day to give it to his dad. So now he has 2. He has the real one, and maybe he'll give me the other one. My son didn't sculpt me anything. I didn't win an NBA championship this month. Tonight on ABC, we had a new episode of The Bachelorette, and it was a crazy one. If you haven't been following the show, a guy named Nick, who was on The Bachelorette last season, just walked onto this show. He just showed up, and they let him join the show, which, as you might imagine, did not go over well with the other guys who got on the show the old-fashioned way by sending headshots. I don't know what the way is, but Caitlin likes Nick so much, she invited him not only to do the show, but she invited him back to her hotel room where, apparently they forgot to turn their mics off. Why are those guys sitting outside the door? Is that the line? Are they taking turns? It's like a waiting room at the dentist's office. So that was kind of shocking. The other crazy thing they did, this week they traveled to Ireland. And of all the date ideas they've ever had on this show, this one they had tonight might be the strangest.
I know you guys were a little confused about the date card and the poem. So let me explain to you guys why we're here. I regret to inform you that the worst has happened. Caitlin is dead.
What? Caitlyn is dead. Of course, Caitlyn was not dead. But what would happen if she was? Do you think they'd keep going with the show? Would they bring Britt back? I don't know. Hey, I got some terrible news, but also some very good news, Britt. And so anyway, they had like a funeral for Britt. I mean, for Caitlyn, not Britt. Oh, who the hell cares? By the way, I want to say congratulations with the letter K to Kim Kardashian West and her husband Kanye West. They're pregnant with their second child. They revealed they're having a boy. They broke the news last night on Instagram, which sounds about right. In that family, they don't do sonograms. They do Instagrams. This means North will have a brother. And I have to say, probably the craziest thing they could do at this point is name the kid Dave. Right? Dave West. Meanwhile, and this is one of the perils of parenthood, I guess, Diddy was arrested today for getting in a fight with his son's football coach. Diddy's son, Justin Combs, plays football at UCLA. The coach was reportedly screaming at Justin during conditioning drills, which coaches do. The report said Diddy got upset and attacked the guy with a kettlebell weight. You know, those things. He was taken into custody on charges of assault with a deadly weapon. Can CrossFit equipment really be considered a deadly weapon? I don't think so. But they threw him in campus jail, which, unfortunately, you get no street cred for going to campus jail. You know, Snoop Dogg's son, is playing football at UCLA this season, too. So these coaches had better be careful. This just goes to show you, no matter who your dad is, he will find a way to embarrass you at school if you bring him along. My dad used to do the same thing at clarinet practice. Here's a sign of progress. There's going to be a woman on the $10 bill. The Treasury Secretary, Jack Lew, announced last week that a woman who's yet to be selected will be pictured in the center of the $10 bill. They're planning to do this in the year 2020 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. Who do you think the woman will be? It has to be Oprah, right? I mean, I would feel very safe knowing I had a little Oprah in my pocket. The Treasury Department says they don't know. They're asking for suggestions on social media. It's a big deal because up until now, having your image on U.S. money has been an honor reserved exclusively for men and eyeball pyramids. And now, of course, the current $10 bill features Alexander Hamilton. He was our first Treasury Secretary. He's getting demoted. He's being moved from the center to another part of the bill, which will be the second worst thing to have happen to Alexander Hamilton. I don't know. It's a history joke. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It'll never happen again. It's weird that his face will not be in the center of the $10 bill anymore because it's... Jimmy! Oh, my goodness. It looks like we're getting a visit from beyond here. Oh, my... Wow. How about that? Why, may I say it is an honor to meet you, sir. It really is.
Likewise.
Oh, okay. Oh, don't hit me with your big head. Well, thank you. I suppose I know why you're here, seeing as we're just talking about the fact that a woman has replaced you on the $10 bill. How are you feeling about that?
Why, it angers me to my very core. How dare the Treasury, of all branches of government, suggest such an act? Whoever came up with this vile notion should be tried for treason.
Well, Mr. Hamilton, before you get too upset, you should know that they say you will still be featured somewhere on the bill. You're not getting kicked off the bill.
Mr. Hamilton? Well, I'm not Alexander Hamilton.
You're not?
No. I'm just some guy from the 1700s who hates women.
Oh.
Never cared for them.
Oh.
I've always been into dudes.
Oh, all right. Well, then good day to you. It was very nice talking to you.
It's the dollar bill, not the dollar Jill.
Okay.
Dollar bill, not dollar Jill.
Okay, all right. We get it.
From 2016.
Okay. Not Alexander Hamilton. Hey, we have to take a break, but when we come back, children attack their fathers in the shower for our Father's Day YouTube challenge, so stick around. But first, it's time for some Father's Day fun. Every year at this time, I issue one of our now infamous YouTube challenges. In the past, we asked kids to squirt their dads with a hose. One year, we asked them to hop on Pop while he was sleeping in bed. We had children dump breakfast on their dad in bed. And this year, I asked you to serve your father breakfast in the shower while he was showering. Many of you answered the call. Always way more people than I expect do this stuff. We got a lot of responses. We went through all of them. We whittled them down to the best of the best. And now this is what happens when the children of America unite against the very person who gave them life.
Hey, Dad. Come on. Happy Father's Day.
Hello.
stop it.
Dad, here, take it. Take to breakfast.
Get out of here, get it.
Give him his eggs now. Seriously, give him toast. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, man. What's wrong with you guys?
Happy Father's Day, old coot.
What the hell? What the hell? Dad, what is wrong with you? There's no more Disneyland. Go to the school tonight. Get out! Get out!
Hey, he's gonna spill that. Oh, what are y'all doing? What's that, grape juice? Hey.
Happy Father's Day.
I'm naked.
What are you doing?
We're serving you breakfast in the shower.
We're not naked, right?
We made you some bagels, Daddy. Happy Father's Day!
You have an oatmeal bath now.
Dad,
What the?
we made you
Stop that.
extra pancakes for breakfast.
What the hell's wrong with you? I had a pancake.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Get out. Get out.
No.
I'm naked in here.
Eat it.
Get out.
Eat it.
Hey, happy Father's Day. Okay. In honor of Father's Day, I wanted to present you breakfast in the shower.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day!
What?
Yeah, it's
Are you serious?
What do you have to say, Daddy?
I love Jimmy Kimmel. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Happy Father's Day.
I'm in the shower. What are you doing?
Oh my Hey.
Strawberry.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day. Breakfast.
Joe!
Jimmy Kimmel.
That's my
Jimmy Kimmel made me do it.
Happy Father's Day!
Dude, come on.
You're yours, Juice! You're eight! Hey, do you have anything to say to Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel, you an ass.
Thanks for all the kids and moms and dads for participating. We get them back on April Fool's. We have a good show for you tonight. Chris Tucker is here. Robert DeLong is here. Mark Feuerstein with us. And we'll be right back with MVP Andre Iguodala. So stick around. Flight attendant Mark Feuerstein is here, and then a very talented and funny man, Chris Tucker, is with us. Later on, this is his album. It's called In the Cards, music from Robert DeLong. Tomorrow night, we'll be joined by John Hamm, Lizzie Kaplan, and comedian Jesse Elias will be here, and Sheila E. will be sitting in with Cleto and the Cletones. Our first guest tonight, started the NBA Finals this year on the bench and ended up holding a pair of trophies. Last week, he led his Golden State Warriors to their first title in 40 years. Watch this. He did it just like that. Oh, reminds me so much of myself at that age. Please welcome the most valuable player and world champion to Andre Iguodala. How you doing? Wow, look at that. Oh, these are nice. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much for these. That is very, very sweet of you. Did you check these or carry them on? How did this work?
We got a pretty good staff with the Warriors, so
they got them out here for you.
Raymond Ritter makes sure that they got out here safely.
Nice. Very. I mentioned earlier in the show that your son sculpted his own version of the Larry O'Brien Trophy for you. And did he spray paint it gold?
You know, it was crazy. I'm just chilling in the bathroom, and he comes in. It's like, Dad, here's your card. I'm like, thanks, son. He's like, well, I made you this a long time ago, but I waited till the day to give it to you. And it was a little finals thing he made in art class. I was like, what? This kid is special. Like, for him to think about me like that. So it was really cool.
And he made that back in April.
He made this back in April.
And really, I wonder how you would have reacted had you guys lost and he presented this to you, because it seems like having that on your mantle would be kind of sad in a way.
Well, his whole thing was he told his mother, my fiance, he said, she says, what if they don't win? Because she saw it back in April, too. And he goes, well, at least he has the trophy if he doesn't win. So
that's very cute.
So
that's very sweet.
I don't know where he gets the heart from. Not from me.
So on Friday in Oakland, you guys had the parade. You had the big through the streets of Oakland. You celebrated. Was that a dream come true for you?
That parade, it was kind of like being in a dream. It's like, you know, when it's over, you're like, what just happened? You know, where did we just come from? That was an awesome experience. The fans came out and supported us. That was 1.1 million people. It was crazy.
And then you guys, just the team, you fly to Las Vegas to have a private celebration.
Yeah.
And how did that go?
I was more of the chaperone.
You were?
Yeah, so the whole time I'm just smiling, watching those guys have fun. They enjoyed themselves. The team, we had a ranking once it was all done.
Oh, who enjoyed themselves the most? You had a ranking of...
We had the turn-up rankings.
I see. Who turned it up?
Bronze medal went to Maurice Spates.
Okay.
Gold and silver was close. Clay came in at a close second. But Draymond took the gold medal. He did a great job of enjoying
That's nice. I like that. Somebody has to do that.
Yeah.
So you're not starting all season long. You're coming off the bench, and then you wind up starting in Game 4. Was the first game you started?
Game 4, yes, Game 4.
And winning the MVP.
Yeah.
And that's got to be extra cool. Who told you? Was it Steve Kerr, your coach, who told you that you would be starting that game?
Yeah, Steve Kerr told me that.
And were you happy, or did you think, oh, well, we've done so well to this point, why would we mess with it?
Well, the evil in me was thinking, nah, you made this decision to bring me off the bench. I'm staying on the bench. But we come from the same background. Coach Ludolson was our college coach.
That's right.
So we have similar basketball terminology and the things you should do on the court. So I understood his vision. I knew what he was trying to do the whole year, so it worked out.
He's a great guy. You guys got very lucky getting him, I think,
yeah,
huh?
Very good dude. Made me a couple promises, and I made a promise to him that if we didn't win the championship with me coming off the bench, I was going to kick his ass. So,
what promise did he make you?
That he would get us, Steph Curry and myself, for big offers. So we would go to Augusta National.
Augusta?
Yeah, Augusta.
You don't need him to go to Augusta. Why would you need him to go to Augusta?
You need an in, and he has an in.
Oh, he has an in.
Yes,
okay. Well,
yes.
I think these are pretty good ins right here.
True story.
So you're playing against LeBron in this series, and he's unbelievable. Do you think he's the best player in the league? I won't make you
I think
answer
at any
that
given
question.
moment, we have a lot of guys in our league.
He was a monster in this
Yes,
series.
he was.
I can't imagine being asked to guard this guy, but you keep detailed notes. You have a notebook, and every time you play him, you think about it, you write things down. What did you write down in that notebook that will you use in the future?
It's more, the notebook's in my head.
Oh, there's no actual notebook.
Yeah, it's like Jay-Z, he doesn't write rhymes. He just keeps them in his head.
I see.
So my defensive notebook on all the players, I've learned to store them in my head.
Do you think you'll ever write these things down?
No, somebody might steal them. Because I got things that no one would know about certain guys, and I know how to use it against them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Even these guys probably don't know it about themselves.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I know the tendencies, what they like to do before the game, the night before the game. You know.
You do?
Yeah, I know all the little dirt on the guys.
You're like the TMZ of the NBA going on.
Well, you got to know that. I think you got to know that. I had a really good conversation with Phil Hellmuth in Vegas, and he was talking about white magic.
Poker player?
Yeah, poker players talking about white magic, and guys get nervous in certain situations because, you know, they don't live life right. So, you know, there's karmic ways in the game that I know about guys, and I know it'll swing my way in those 50-50 balls.
Well, look, karma worked out pretty well for you here. You got 2 beautiful golden trophies. Congratulations, such a great series, and you played so well, and all the guys did. It was a lot of fun watching you guys. That's Andre Iguodala, everybody. The NBA Draft is Thursday night at 7 o'clock on ESPN. We'll be right back with Chris Tucker. Robert DeLong and Mark Feuerstein, you know, our next guest tonight from Friday and from all the Rush Hour movies, too. His first full-length stand-up special, Chris Tucker Live, premieres on Netflix July 10th. Please welcome Chris Tucker. No trophies. You didn't bring any trophies out?
No trophy. I went to Game 5. I couldn't get to one.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You did go, but they don't give trophies to the fans, I guess.
They don't.
Was that fun going to Game 5?
It was fun, man. We went to Game 5, me and my son. Man, it was the best game to go to up in Oakland, man. Give it up for the Oakland fans. They were great up there.
They were, yeah. Your son loves basketball?
My son loves basketball, but he doesn't play basketball. He plays hockey. He plays hockey, but I didn't know hockey was so dangerous, man.
Hockey is dangerous.
I'm happy when the coach take him out of the game. I'm like, take my son out of the game because it's dangerous. And you know, all the white kids been playing since they were 5. My son just started playing, and the white kids be rolling. They be going. And my son be like, he don't know what to do. I be like, take my son out of the game.
You got to get him a pair of skates. That's number one.
I mean, he's getting better though. He's getting better, and he plays lacrosse. He's like a little young Jim Brown.
He does lacrosse, huh?
He's the only black kid. It's not hard to find my son when I see my. There you go, right there. How you know he's the only black kid on the
Do you yell at him like Diddy yell at the coaches like Diddy did?
No, you know, I used to when he was younger, but now I'm like, you know, I don't yell.
Bad. Yeah, you have to be
Other parents look at you be like, what's wrong with you?
That's right. Yeah, and you wind up on.
I wanted to go pro.
On the internet is what happens.
Yeah.
Did you get anything good for Father's Day?
I got something great, man. My son, he's so smart and so thankful. He bought me, put pictures on a phone. On this phone, I have a collection of pictures of just me and him.
Oh, that's nice.
And I have some of my favorite pictures, you know, that I love looking at all the time. So he's
a good-looking kid.
A good kid, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, that's
he's
a
great.
nice gift. Yeah, he thought of that ahead of time, unlike some people who are here visiting us tonight. This guy up here, kids gave him nothing. He got nothing for Father's Day.
What? Oh, my God.
Took his whole family on vacation. They said, thanks, Dad, here's nothing.
Nothing. I wasn't expecting something. My son he's great. He gave me a card and everything.
Nice.
And I said, I got to give my dad a card.
What did you get your dad?
I gave him me, because I flew all the way to Atlanta and came all the way back for the show. So
that's nice. That's the best gift of all.
It was great. He told me to come home, so I said, I'm from the South, so we got to go home.
Did you guys go out to dinner, or what'd you do?
We was just at the house, a bunch of people, and we was there watching Good Times and stuff like that. It was
really?
Great. It just happened to be on TV, but
nice.
It was great. So all the family's there. My mom's was there. We had a good time.
Oh, good. All right. Well, very good. Well, that's a good time. I love Good Times, by the way. If you get me in one of those marathons, I'll watch that until...
Me too, all day.
It'll just go on
and you don't worry about none of your problems no more, because they had all the problems in the world.
They really did.
Life ain't so bad.
They even killed the father on the show.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, come on, man. James ain't never did nothing to nobody.
James had one season taking off his hat and saying how hard he worked, but he got laid off the docks and then he got killed off the show.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Michael was in a gang called the Warlords or something. I was like, I never seen this before. It was great.
A believable gang name too, the Warlords. Well, those are the 70s for you.
Yeah.
You've been traveling all over the world, I understand. Yes. Where have you been lately?
I've toured all over Australia. I'm on my tour in Australia, Abu Dhabi, Middle East, and China, all over, man.
Now, are you doing this because you're on the run from the IRS?
A little bit. How'd you know that?
Well, it was in the news. Yeah, it made the news. Yeah.
I made so much money, man. My accountant couldn't count it. It was crazy. No, but the IRS, I love the IRS. I'm not talking about
you.
But
Do?
they are like the mafia, man. They treated me like Tony Montana and Scarface. I was like, okay, man, I'll get you the money. Okay, go. Calm down, man. Okay, relax. I'll get you the money. Okay.
They don't like it when you don't pay. Yeah,
they don't like it, man. They said, give me time. They said, we gave you time.
It's like, did you go like, I better get another rush hour going on
I know. Y'all want to see another rush hour? Call Warner Brothers. Call Warner Brothers. Call Warner Brothers, because I call them every day. Shoot.
This is...
Use another $20 million.
When you had this problem, why don't you just pick up the phone and you call your friend President Clinton and say, hey, take care of this, will you?
Clinton said, Tucker, you got it. You got it, Tucker. Let's go do it. Tucker, do a movie, Tucker.
Do you remember where this photograph was taken? It was you, Clinton?
Yeah, this was in New York, man, and it was such a, I mean, it's a classic picture. I need that picture, man. It was Michael and Bill, man. It was great, man.
What were you guys doing?
We was just there, man. Just there. I was just there smiling. It's Bill Clinton. Michael Jackson. Bill Clinton.
And you were very friendly with Michael Jackson.
Yes, man. Michael was the greatest entertainer ever and the biggest entertainer in the world, but he was the nicest guy in the world, man. He was just nice, man. I would go to Neverland and I would say I like something, he would give it to me. And I said, Michael, I like that big screen TV. He's like, you like it, Chris? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, do you love it? I said, I love it. Next day I go home, Michael was sending TV to my house. I said, Michael, thank you.
Wow.
But I was like, Michael is nice and rich.
Now, may I ask, did you pay taxes on that gift?
I did. I think I did.
Because, you know, you're supposed to pay taxes on the gift of that.
Yeah.
I just opened up another can of worms. Yeah.
I know, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Cool,
I'm going to give you this picture in exchange for
Thank
that.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This you won't have to pay anything for. Retail value is not much,
Thank
so
you,
you'll be okay.
Appreciate it. I'm current now, man. I'm current.
I find it hard to believe this is your first big stand-up comedy special that you've televised.
Yeah, man. You know what? Because I was doing, my movie career took off so fast, I kind of like put the stand-up to the back burners by accident.
Right.
And then when I had all this time, I said, you know, I'm going back there, I'm going to do some stand-up. And I did it a while ago, and now I'm putting it out on Netflix, because Netflix, you know, they go all around the world, and it's simultaneously, and it's a great company, so I partnered up with them, and we're putting it out July 10th.
July 10th. That's fantastic. Chris Tucker, everybody. Chris Tucker Live premieres exclusively on Netflix on July 10th. Thank you, Chris. Very good to see you. I'm right back with Mark Feuerstein. Spent the past 7 seasons as Dr. Hank Lawson on Royal Pains. Now he brings pillows and peanuts as Larry Gay, renegade male flight attendant, playing in select cities and on demand. Please welcome Mark Feuerstein. Since I've asked everyone, how was your Father's Day?
It was awesome.
It was good?
It was great. We went to see Inside Out.
Oh, good. The Pixar movie,
phenomenal.
Huh? Yeah,
brilliant
I hear that. It's
concept.
fantastic.
You see everyone inside of the brain.
You went to a movie on Father's Day. That is interesting.
Yeah, I sat there sobbing with my children throughout the movie.
Your children said, for Dad's special day, we're going to go to a kids' movie.
Yes, correct.
Very. How about your parents?
My parents, I don't really know what they did for Father's Day.
But
I called my father. We did that thing where you FaceTime with your father, and you can't. You have terrible reception, and it takes 4 hours, and no one heard a word anybody said.
Your parents are in New York?
Yeah, my parents are in New York. I live in L.A. with my wife and 3 kids, but when I'm shooting Royal Pains, I stay next door to my parents.
What do you mean next door to your parents?
I stay right next door to my parents, like I did when I was 10. I live in this apartment, and every night...
in an apartment
in an apartment next door.
Oh, wow. It's one thing to be in the house next door. It's another thing entirely to be on the next door to your parents.
Correct.
Yeah.
So at the end of a long day of shooting, I come home and I wander into my parents' apartment and I find my dad devouring the carcass of a chicken in his tighty-whities.
I see.
And my mother surrounded by stacks of magazines from 1975 that she still hasn't read. Like the show Hoarders. She's one of those people.
Yeah. A lot of mothers are. And my mother's like that, too. She's got a lot of stuff.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the same way, too.
Me, too.
Now, the magazines I can live without, but there's a lot of other things. So then will you, like, dine with them?
They feed me.
Yes, right. Yeah.
And if I eat my salad, I get ice cream. So that's nice.
Are your parents retired now?
No. My father's a lawyer. My mother's a teacher. They work. They still work.
They're still working, and yet they find time to treat you like a kid when they get the chance.
Yes, they do. They treat me like a kid.
Well, that's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, I guess it's nice. I mean, it must be. You intentionally moved. You weren't abducted and forced into that apartment, correct?
No, it's nice. I get to,
Were they supportive of your acting career? Did you want to do this from when you were a little kid?
I did not. I started acting in college, and in high school I was kind of a jock, so my father was very supportive. He was always on the sidelines cheering me on, going, "Atta baby, Mark!" And then suddenly I'm a thespian, and I'm doing Shakespeare, Henry IV, in the chapel at our university, and I remember doing a monologue, and the lights come down, and a voice pierces the darkness. "Atta baby, Mark!"
Oh, really?
It was mortifying. I just froze.
Yeah,
horrible.
there is a difference that must be respected.
Yes,
Yeah.
difference. Football field, theater.
You made this movie yourself, correct?
I didn't direct it. My friend Sam Friedlander directed it. But I read this script, and this became like my Rocky. I had to make this movie, Larry Gay, renegade male flight attendant. But to make a movie, you got to raise money. And to raise money, you got to get some A-list talent. So I had worked with Stanley Tucci, who I know is a friend.
I know Stanley Tucci very well, yeah.
And I sent him the script, and I wasn't really getting, he wasn't writing back, so I had to get his attention. And I thought, I was driving to work one day, and I told my teamster, Johnny Sampietro, I'm going to go to Balducci's, and I'm going to get some prosciutto and mozzarella. He goes, no, you're not going to Balducci's. You're going to Russo's in Brooklyn. That's where they have the best mozzarella. So he went to Russo's, he picked up mozzarella, mortadella, capicole. He put it in a box. He drove it to South Salem, New York. And the next day, Stanley calls me and he says, "Mark, I'm not going to do it because you sent me some freaking prosciutto. I'm going to do it because I love you." And he did the movie.
That's
awesome.
nice. So it was a waste of money, really, getting all that
it was
stuff.
a good investment.
The Russos profited off you. Who else? Henry Winkler?
So we got Henry Winkler. We got Marcia Gay Harden, Molly Shannon, Tay Diggs, Patrick Warburton, Jayma Mays, Danny Pudi, Jason Alexander. We got an unbelievable cast.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, you called upon these people because you're friendly with them?
Some of them required bribes.
Did you have to give them all food? Or?
I gave Jason Alexander, I dropped cupcakes at his door in L.A., but the other people actually just did it because they love the script. They all love the script. And I was
You're
very
like
lucky
uber fresh or something. And do male flight attendants like to be referred to as male flight attendants, or do they prefer simply flight attendant?
I think they're fine with male flight attendants.
They're fine with male flight, because male nurses don't like to be called male nurse.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
They like to be just called nurse, yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
it's
not going
too
to say,
late.
"Hey, male nurse, please come in." Call me nurse.
Is this something that's going to hound you every time you get on a plane now? Because
I have already befriended every flight attendant on every flight I've flown, so I pretty much know every flight attendant on American Airlines.
I see.
They've taught me their lingo, words like there's crotch watch and
What
coach
is that?
road. Crotch watch is when they... It could be if a particular flight attendant was checking out various passengers' packages, but it's actually when they just check to see if they've put on their seatbelt.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. It's nothing that racy.
Well, what are some of the other ones?
Coach Roach is a flight attendant who only goes in coach, doesn't like to go in first class or business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then
these are the things you learn, Jimmy, when you get
it's
to
so
know the
fascinating.
people you
Well, if you want an education, this is the film for you then. It's
Yes.
called Larry Gay, Renegade Male Flight Attendant. It's in select theaters and available on demand. Now you can watch it right at home. Mark Feuerstein, everybody. We're right back with Robert DeLong.
So tired. I'm just going to sit in the audience. I want to thank Andre Iguodala. I want to thank Chris Tucker. I want to thank Mark Feuerstein. And apologies to Matt Damon. We did run out of time for him. Nightline is coming up next. But first, this is his album. It's called In the Cards. Here with the song Don't Wait Up, Robert DeLong.